Amen. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. All right. Good morning, church. It's a blessing to see this beautiful day that God has graced us with. Today's exaltation is titled Finding Your Purpose Through Christ. I'll begin by explaining what inspired my exaltation this morning and then discuss how we can all find our purpose through Christ. Many of you may not know this, but 2 weeks ago, from October 2nd to October 8th was Mental Health Awareness Week. And my company always holds a meeting every month where we'll have like a diversity and inclusion discussion or a piece. And this specific week, director was the one who was running the meeting, and he was the one in charge of talking about diversity and inclusion. And he was doing a great job. He was, he had a video for us that was very inspiring and impactful, and then he started listing the coming events for this month. And when he got to mental health awareness, he started breaking down. And we were all wondering, what's going on? Everyone in the room is kind of awkward because it's like, is everything okay? Why is he pausing? Why is he, a little emotional? One of the ladies in the room asked, is he crying? And, everyone's like, we don't know what's going on. So then even the president had to take over the conversation and end his segment. And the following day, he sends an email out to our team. And he tells us, why he was breaking down and why he got so emotional. And he said that his family is very strong in their faith. They're a very religious family. Unfortunately, his family has dealt with a lot of mental health challenges. They have had so many suicides, from grandparents to cousins to even suicide attempts that did not make it through within his own immediate family. And he would never have imagined that someone like him would go through something like this. He seems so happy, he seems so positive when he comes out, but you don't know the pain he is going through behind closed doors. And that brings us to today. The pandemic has had such a huge impact on so many people. So many people have lost hope, they've lost drive, they've lost family members, and they're wondering, why am I here? What's my purpose on this earth? And praise be to God for those of us in this room. We have Christ, we know God, and we have the Bible as a tool for our lives to guide us. And within the Bible, we find so many affirmations that tells us what our purpose on this earth is. Ephesians 2:10 states, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good work, which God prepares in advance for us to do." And that's it. That right there tells us our purpose on this earth, which is to do God's work. So many people don't realize why they're here. They don't realize their purpose. They don't realize why, what is my goal in life? What is my purpose in life? Why am I here? And we all have a purpose in life. However, we don't see the impact that we have through the little acts of love and kindness. An example is a man sitting by his windowsill. He's looking outside, looking at the world, and thinking like, God, why am I here? Why is my life like this? Why am I not blessed? As he's putting bread out there in his windowsill, and there's a bird who's so hungry, he jumps and swoops in and grabs that bread. And then he's flying into the sky and saying, God, bless whoever this man is who has fed me today. And then God blesses him through that bird. Isn't that an inspiring story of how God can do miraculous things through little kinds of acts of kindness that we do throughout our lives that we don't even realize we're doing? And that's my message for today, is that our purpose is to do God's work. It's to inspire somebody. You don't know whose life you may save by a conversation, by acknowledgement. You don't know if 2 minutes from now this person is going into his closet and going to do something to themselves. So it's important for us to be kind, to have grace for other people, and not just think that, oh, somebody looks great today, they must be having an amazing life. You don't know what they're going through behind closed doors. But for those who have lost hope this morning, or who are hopeless, or who don't know their purpose in life, I have one more proverb for you, and it comes from Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. We have so many thoughts of how our life should look, what things should seem like, but we don't realize that it's God's purpose, God's plans for us that will always prevail. One of my favorite quotes is by an author called Agyeman, and it says, "Where dry deserts end, green grass grows." We may be going through a difficult time. You may think that there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep walking, you never know what you're gonna find at the end of that tunnel. You will find light, you will find grass at the end of your desert. And that is my message for today. Amen.